Hello, what's up? It's been a little bit, I don't know, I don't really care to be honest. But anyways, I drew Bruno. I kind of forgot to start recording. Like, I was going to record the base colours, but then I decided not to because it's a bit boring and there's a lot to fill in and it's not the most interesting process to watch. And then I just kept on colouring and like just completely forgot to like start recording, so you missed like a little bit. It wasn't too much. I downloaded a watercolour texture pack brush thing, and I am going to like experiment with them and use them. But yeah, I guess to the topic of the video, I did a drawing of Bruno from Encanto. It's a pretty good, what do you call it, movie? Musical, Disney, whatever. But I really liked it. Bruno is, yeah, my favourite character. God, it is been a while since I've recorded a voiceover, so I kind of don't really know what I'm supposed to be talking about. I probably should have tried to script, get some like dot points down so I know what I'm going to try to talk about. But I kind of like the whole really unorganized vibe I've got going, but also maybe it's a bit too unorganized. So we'll see where this is going. Anyways, so with like the coloring here, I kind of just like eyedropped from the photo. So there's like a lot of like color variation in this, and I tried to like capture that like using lots of different colors and sort of selecting with eyedropper tool like all over the picture. Just really trying to like get that like kind of crazy lighting going on. I reckon I probably could have done a little bit more with it. And like say like on his hair, I think I probably could have pushed like the highlights a little bit better there because it looks like kind of flat, but I honestly can't be bothered changing it. So whatever, I'll live with it. I'm proud of it for the most part. Like I can see a lot of mistakes. Like for instance, his face is kind of really demented and I'm not sure how to fix it. I twigged with his eyes. Now I don't even know what I'm saying. Twigged. Just now I was about to say twerked. Okay, God. I was messing around with his eyes, trying to get them to work. So they look a little bit different in the final picture compared to now. But yeah, it just is very asymmetrical looking and just uneven in general. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I've been trying to use a lot more like textured. You can see I'm trying to do knuckles. Look, I really love the look when artists like really define the knuckles of the hands, but the way I draw hands, it doesn't really work like that, especially in like this drawing. The hands I drew look too dainty to really add knuckles. Like they're there on that hand there, that isn't holding the bread thing, but they're very, very soft. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I guess, what is there to talk about? Encanto is good. It's a good movie. I haven't watched it for a while. Yeah, it's a good movie. I don't really know what to say about it, man. Like, it's as simple as that. I guess that's the thing to talk about. I really do not like the music in Encanto. You know, for a Disney musical, it was not very good. I really love We Don't Talk About Bruno. That outshines the rest by like so much. Like the first opening number really set the tone that like this is not going to be that good in regards to like the music. It was very, very overpowering. You could not understand what was going on. I felt like I was dying, okay? Like the noise was just so like overwhelming. Like there was lots of environmental noises that they used in it, and although I think it's good to like use environmental noises in music to blend it into the environment so you get that feeling that you're actually there with it, they did it too much and it was too distracting hearing like all these things going on in the background on top of the music. The music was also quite chaotic. I feel like it would have been able to shine a lot better if there wasn't that so much background noise going on. Yeah, it just wasn't good. Like in that first number as well, there was lots of bright colors going on the screen, and I'm not sure if this makes any sense at all, but I felt because the bright colors were so bright, I couldn't hear the music as well. I feel like if I just didn't look at it, I'd be able to hear it a bit better, but that still doesn't make up for the fact that the environmental noises they added, like the ambience and stuff, it was just too much, man. Oh gosh. Yeah, that was a real upset for me. So I was thinking, oh god, everyone's talking about this We Don't Talk About Bruno song. This is not going to be good. Like, this song is just going to be like, and people are going crazy over it for what? And nothing. And then it came, and it was actually really good. They did really good. Here I'm talking with like 14, 15, whatever amount effects to figure out how do I want to do the lighting situation. It was... God, why is it every time I record, I have to edit out a plane going across? And you can most definitely hear that. I am certain you can hear that. I'm not even going to edit it out. I'm just going to do this voiceover in one go, and we're gonna stick with it because this video is a bit on the longer side because this illustration took longer because of all the colors and stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, but I like the coloring in this. The drawing is kind of gross, like I said before, face kind of demented, proportions a little wacky. spoiler alert, I kind of accidentally gave him 2 elbows on the arm that isn't holding any bread. So don't look at that. Let's pretend that isn't there. It's not super noticeable unless I pointed it out, but I just pointed it out, so have fun not unnoticing it. Yeah. Yeah, back to what I was originally saying. All the music was really bad. I didn't like it. The melodies weren't that nice either, I'll be honest. But the Bruno one slapped so hard. It was so good. Yeah, I loved all like the different parts that like they used, and then how they integrated together. The only bit I don't really like is Dolores's bit, because I'm more of a like melodic person with lots of like harmonies and all that kind of stuff, and Dolores's bit was just it was just too monotonous for me. And I know I was talking about this to my friend, and that's his favourite part, and I thought he had a good music taste like me, so I was shocked to hear that. So maybe that's why everyone's swooning over like the super hot girl who's singing this like Liddy rap bit. I'm sorry, but it isn't really as much as my cup of tea. The bit that comes after that, Camila's bit, oh god, that goes so hard. That's probably one of my favourite bits in it. But then also the bit where they're all singing together, that bit goes hard as well. And what's her name? The auntie, the one with the clouds. The one that starts off the song. I like her too. And the guy. That bit's pretty good too. Good way to start off the song. As soon as I heard that bit, I was like, yeah, this is good. With the facial hair here, going back to the drawing, bit all over the place. The facial hair is kind of iffy. I didn't really know if I did a good job on it, to be honest. I don't draw facial hair. I find it hard to draw, to be honest. It's fine when I'm like just sketching it, because I can be like really rough and messy with it. But when it comes to actually like final illustrations, where I'm rendering things a little more, yeah, it's a bit harder. And there is the 2 elbows right there. Yeah, what else is there to talk about? I don't know. I guess let's talk about life then, I guess. How's my life going? Fine. Yeah, there really isn't anything going on, is it? I mean, I feel like we're in that kind of like part of the year that's like just like nothing's going on. Like we're not at the start of the year, but we're not at the middle of the year, so like nothing's kind of happening. So I'm in like this limbo when it comes to like my classes and stuff and like studying and stuff. That's no fun. You were just roughing in the background. I blurred it out. I didn't really want to render it that much. Just like some basic shadows, lines to make out things that were in the background, but not like overly so, because yeah. Because I was going to blur it out anyway, so I didn't really care to like really make it look like something, because it wasn't supposed to look really like anything. I gave it a bit of texture too, just to add a little bit more like variation within it. Do you mind? You can probably hear that, there's a bird outside. Just give it some more variation. Yeah, I didn't really care too much for the background. Here I am, changing the line art color. I didn't do too much of like changing the line art color as much this time. I mostly just kept it all the same for like more parts. Like his face I didn't really change that much, and I'm thinking maybe I should have like softened his eyelids and stuff, but like as you can see here, I ended up just like erasing this, because I was like, looks better with it, just like that. Yeah. Also like the light rays that I end up adding, they are, yeah, they're not as good as I would have hoped. I wasn't too sure on how I wanted to go about making them. I still need to experiment with some of like the blending like options and stuff, as well as just how to use Photoshop. Yeah, I was mucking around with that for quite a bit. Yeah, I didn't edit as much footage out. A lot of the time when I mess around and I'm making mistakes all over the place and I end up just getting rid of it, so there's like no evidence of it even occurring, I'll mostly just like edit it out just to save time, but I opted not to do that, mostly because I was a bit lazy when editing this video, and I didn't feel like just editing out all these like random little bits, like me messing around with the rays, me messing around with the colour and the line art, just stuff like that, so I just kind of left it, and that's that. But yeah, so I guess it's good. I've got something else different coming out soon. I don't know when, but soon. But yeah, here's the final illustration of Bruno Madrigal from Encanto. I hope you liked this piece. If you do, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. God. So yeah.